Hello traders, Mike is here. We are at the weekend. Today is, as you can see, 29th of June, Saturday 2019, and the market is closed. So let's take a look at the market, what happened during the past week. A lot of fluctuations, some of the assets, but some of them just slowed down because of the previous week big moves that they had. So we have USDCHF. As you can see, I just use the RSI 14 standard just to get an overview of what's going on with the assets. So here we are with the USDCHF daily, and as you can see, roughly around the end of April, the market has started to move down, especially when the market broke this 21 moving average. And from then, so far, every time it moved back and touched this moving average, it fell again. As you can see, every time up, down. Let me draw some small resistance line. As you can see, one here, second one, third one. Probably we're seeing the fourth one, but we can't tell. We have this small pin bar here, and if that works, we're gonna see another lower low, but we can't tell so far. But as we know, if you follow the trend following strategy, you shouldn't get the buy orders in this market, and you must follow the orders exactly where the price is going, which is going down. So if you zoom out, or I normally go to the weekly, this is the weekly chart. As you can see a very big overview of what's going on in the market. 2 to 3 weeks ago, market broke this trend line and it's going down. How far it's gonna go down? The first trend is gonna go until it touches probably this resistance line here. It's 95.52, and if that breaks, we have two more and one at the end here. So this at the moment we are at this resistance line here. As you can see, we have actually very strong one. Let me just pinpoint places that it touched. So just one there, here couldn't resist, and we have a little fluctuation there and also there. So it was a resistance, turned out to be a support, broke, and it became a resistance again and support. It's just fluctuating. The price is fluctuating around this price. At the moment it is there, and this big candle here, which is a doji one, it shows that the upside move and the downside move are equal. So the powers are kind of equal at the moment, and we don't know what's gonna happen. If this happens, like something like here, as you can see, after that, market for 2 weeks dropped and then suddenly shot up and went to the roof. But is it gonna happen the same? We don't know. Maybe it goes up right now, maybe it falls up to this level and then it goes up. So that's for USDCHF. Let's move to the next one is EURUSD. I wanted to look at EURUSD. Well, that's the weekly chart. As you can see, the weekly price was broke this 21 moving average back in like 14 months ago. April, this is 22nd of April 2018. So from then so far it's been under this 21 moving average, but at 2nd of this June this year finally broke it, dropped again, and then broke it and closed above this 21 moving average. This means that the market's probably gonna change the direction and goes up. That means that USD is gonna weaken or the euro gonna be stronger. So the reason that the gold and silver are going up is because of this weakness in the US dollar. But during the past 3 days, as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit more, the price is just stayed in the same position. Went up, down, the forces were equal almost, and we didn't have any kind of a move. If you are a, I don't know, H4, H1 trader, probably you could get a lot of fluctuation there, but I'm not, I'm a daily trader, so I couldn't get any signal. I had one after this closed, and I wanted to get a small profit, probably so up to here, but just price stayed there and it didn't fall. So that's the move. And if you zoom out, you can see that the RSI is just going up, but it fluctuates a lot. But as you can see, the higher lows that it's making, let me just show you where. The first one was here that touched the 30 level, but from there it's just going up and up. So the next one probably gonna go here, and then it's gonna touch this 70, and that's where the top of the market will be. So at the moment, it's just price stays level and we can't tell which side it's gonna go. But if you draw a resistance line here, something like this, and then price breaks above this, if you see a very strong candle breaking above this resistance line, this slanted one, this is a small trend line, you can get a buy position, and yeah, you're gonna have probably profit around maybe about 130 pips, 135 pips. So if it breaks here, it's gonna go up to 115.20, 115.25, somewhere around there, which is the top of the market here at this level. The next one was GBPUSD. Let's look at the weekly chart first. So for the past probably around 2018 June, July, that time, when the price broke under this level, it's kind of stuck between these two levels and it's going up, down, and every time it touched this level, well, here it couldn't, touched up there, touched down here, up there, down here, and probably it's gonna go up. So you can expect in the next month, next 2 months actually, the price move up. So if you can get a very good signal, or you see a signal in the daily time frame, which I think the next week gonna be the break of this line. So if this line breaks upward, you're gonna see going up. How far it's gonna go? Well, if you can see, this is a kind of a head and shoulder pattern, right? And head and shoulder goes, when the price breaks this neckline, the movement of the price gonna be from this neckline to almost the head. So let me clear this up. If that's the neckline and that's the depth of the market from the neckline to the head, this is 184 pips. So if this small line breaks, you're gonna see 185, probably around there. So that's gonna be at this level. Let me draw a line there. Somewhere around there, it's gonna be the target. So you can have a very high probable trade of about 150 to 200 pips. It's up to you how far you're gonna go. So as long as I trade about 2 times of ATR, so it's 100%. This is a very good indicator. You can download it. It's free on the MQL5 website. The ATR 10 that I normally use is 82 pips daily. That's the fluctuation of the movement of this GBPUSD per day, 82 pips. So I put normally target of 2 times of this ATR, which is 160, which exactly is good for this trade if the price is able to break this small line here. So yeah, that's for the GBPUSD, and I'm expecting to get a trade, a buy position. The next one I wanted to look at, it was AUSD-USD. Kind of the same, but not a complete head and shoulder. This is a weekly chart. In the weekly chart, as you can see, prices is still stuck under the 21 moving average for a couple of times, well, more than a couple of times. So one around the second time, third time, and this is the 4th time. If this breaks, probably we're gonna see an up move there, but so far nothing. We don't have that break in the weekly chart. But let's go back to the another thing in the weekly that I see is this big pin bar here, and I normally draw a Fibonacci of this pin bar. So from the top of the pin bar to the bottom, and as you can see, price came back and almost touched the 23.6 level. Let's say 38.2. I normally put another pending order at 50% of the pin bar, so I get a very good reward to risk ratio of this trade. But if you haven't done that, price already moved back up from that level. So when the price comes back to the 50% of the pin bar, you have a very high chance of getting a very good reward to risk. You can put your stop at the low of the pin bar, which is about 196 pips, and the pip value is $14, so it's gonna be very big stop loss if you don't put a very good money management there. So yeah, be careful about your position size, but the target's gonna be this 261.8. So if you had a trade there already, it was in profit 98 pips, but your target would be about 830 pips. That's the second target. The first target would be 435 pips. So compared to 96 pips, The first target is 435, which is almost about 4.5 times the stop loss, and the other one is 820, which is about 9 times. So the reward to risk of 9 to 1 would be, I don't think anyone does that, but yeah, I think this is the second target, and we are expecting to see that in the next month. So that's a very long-term trade, so you're gonna keep it open and be careful of the swap. If your broker charges that, or you have Islamic account, they're gonna charge you admin fee if you keep the trades open for more than 10 days. And if the price fluctuation, commissions, anything you have, so be careful about that. But that's the target that I'm expecting. But your first safe target, even now, it's gonna be 161.8 of the Fibonacci, which is 333 pips. And your stop loss could be under here at 23.6, which is 207. So you're gonna have about 1.5 to 1 reward to risk ratio. It's not good, but that's probably all you can get so far. And if you keep half of your position open until it reaches 261.8, that would be great. Yeah, this was for AUD/USD. The other one was, I wanted to take a look at the gold and silver. So in gold, this is a weekly chart. Finally, gold, let me zoom out. This is the level that gold was stuck for, where was it? 2013, 2014. Mid-2013, the gold broke under this level, which was about $13.50, $13.60, and it couldn't get out. As you can see, it's been there and it touched this resistance line many times, but it couldn't break free. Finally, it was close as well. Finally here it broke and it's moving up. But forming this pin bar at the end in a weekly chart, as you can see here, shows that there are powers that they really want to see lower prices in gold. As the US dollar is getting weakened every day, this price is moving up, but there are powers who don't want to see a strong gold or weak dollar. So because America is getting close to that, this is the last year of the Trump's administration, so we're gonna have next year election United States, so whatever happens is because of that. And in the next presidency period, whoever is in power, either Trump or the other guy, woman, whoever is gonna be, we're gonna see different reaction to this price movements. If the Trump comes back again to the White House, probably he's gonna try to prop up the stock market and getting a strong dollar, and then the price of the gold and silver gonna fall. But if the Trump loses the battle and another person from Democrat Party comes into power, probably we're gonna see a very big jump in the price of gold and silver. So it's still not determined which way it's gonna go, but finally when it breaks above this level, we can see that the market is in favor of the higher price in gold and silver. But some of the people in the market say that this is kind of a bank's play game to just hit all the stop losses and just make people think that the price is gonna go up, but whenever they get a lot of into buy positions, they're gonna hit that stop loss and then market's gonna fall back, and this is a kind of a false breakout. Yeah, there are every kind of analysis out there. I generally don't think this is a very good time to get into gold, but the general trend of the market is going up, and as I said, this is a very small resistance line here, as it was there. So whenever the price breaks, this is kind of a flag, you know, something like this. So the movement of the market gonna be almost to the same at the handle, the pole of this flag. So this flag started there, it's 470 pips. So from the break of the flag, which was here, your target's gonna be 470 pips. Almost there, but in this case market moved another 300-400 pips up as well. So if this time again it happens, this is our flag and this is the handle. So the next time if the market moves up, this handle is about 600 pips, so the market gonna go almost up to $1482, something like that, $1480, $1450 price of gold. So you can have a very good trade here. And as you can see, the pip value is very high. So every pip in one micro lot is gonna be $1.4. So it's a very big risk. So make sure you have a very small position. If you lose that position, it's gonna be a very bad loss in your account. So yeah, be careful. I think silver is the same, but it doesn't have that pin bar that gold formed in the weekly chart. It just fluctuated a lot, but nothing happened. So as you can see here, market in the past 2 days tried to break that small resistance line here. It didn't happen. So maybe next week it's gonna open with a gap or something. So if it moved up here, that's the pole of our flag, and that's the flag itself. So this pole is gonna be, let's see, about 424 pips, or 42 actually. So if it breaks, it's gonna be another 42 here. So we're gonna see 15.77. That's the rough target that you can have for the silver price in the next maybe 2 weeks. And we're getting close to the end of the month. So next week gonna be end of the month, and probably it's gonna extend to the next month. So yeah, be careful about this trade. Again, pip value of silver is like a pip value of gold, is very high. So if you want to have a position in silver or gold, make sure that you have a very small position so you don't lose a lot if the market moves back against you. Yeah guys, that was the trade for this week. Probably there are other currency pairs as well moved a lot, but I want to keep this video very short. You can analyze them very simply, just like I did with a simple couple of moving averages and RSI yourself. I just showed you how you can do this. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, please. That helps a lot to spread the word. And there are many traders who need help and they don't know how to analyze charts, and maybe they started just. And if you have any question, please ask in the comment section below. I try to answer all the questions. I try to keep this weekly chart going. That's it. Have a nice weekend and see you next time.